by Amisha Vora, who's the chairperson and MD, Prabhudas Liladhar. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining us this afternoon. First things first, I wanted to get a sense of what you feel about the policies under the Modi government in the last 10 years. What do you think has helped the Indian stock market?
I think first and foremost, I must say that thank you to give me this opportunity to wish our beloved Prime Minister and speak about his performance during his tenure on his milestone 75th birthday. I wish him many, many more years of equally strong leadership in India, in Asia, and globally. Coming to his era when he started, the time before in the markets, financial markets was called as policy paralysis. Our banks were in dire state with bulging non-performing assets. And we were looking for unblocking of the economy. I think our expectations was just around that. But what is actually delivered in this last 10 years is strong, tough decisions, detailed, minute work, and unparalleled execution. Just to give you a few examples, not only that our banking crisis was handled with a very strong principles of clearing and bringing to justice everything and everyone which was not happening right, and taking pain during that time when the economy gets a little starved of the capital, but also after that, as you see, the slew of reforms or actions, be it in terms of defense, the sector was so dependent globally, very diligently, each and every key policies within defense were looked at in terms of pass-through, in terms of vendor accreditations, in terms of payment systems, and the defense has become one of the key turnaround industries for India, as what we can very clearly see from what has happened to defense stocks, their order books. Also, similarly, the touch of this policy reforms was on railway sector. I remember in the markets, for over a decade before this, every time we used to go to those players in the railways and all, and they would say they're expecting some orders, but no orders were materializing. You see, in last 10 years, railway has been completely revamped with the kind of changes for consumers, to nation, to, of course, industry. And these two have become major contributor. Beyond that, for being up in the curve, the way PLI is introduced is also unparalleled, giving rise to so many industries within India. And from the financial perspective, if you see the way COVID crisis India handled was outstanding. We never overspurred, we never deprived. At the same time, we kept as much possible our fiscal discipline, fiscal, you can say, path as strong as we can without much impacting banks and also taking care of borrowers. So the revival of India was much faster. So from all major economic policies and parameters, if you ask me, the team under Mr. Modi has delivered fantastic policy regime.
Well, absolutely, point taken there. But tell you what, according to you, which are the three sectors that you think have benefited the most as a result of these policies? Then take us through that entire list then.
I would also like to mention here that the game changer for industry and India is GST. We started with first round of GST, a little hiccup in implementation, a little hiccup on industry through the stocks and what to do, etc. But as you see, over the past few years, the GST revenues have started really galloping so well, bringing so many states of India on one table and making it work itself is a mind boggling achievement. But now we are at the cusp of GST reforms. As you see, to revitalize Indian economy and give power to Indian consumers and Indian demand and in turn Indian businesses, we have reduced our GST rate substantially. And I'm extremely confident that, we call it in the markets that Trump tariffs are transitory, but GST reforms are permanent. And this is how this will lead to the next round of growth in India. And we will not be surprised that in 2 years, we can start touching GDP growth, which we have not witnessed till now in our history. Some of the sectors which I think from old economy or the existing listed plays and non-listed plays, which will continue to do, which will do very well and will see exponential growth, will be around to start with, I guess, EV segment. So whether it is EV buses, EV trucks, or EV cars, this segment, and below that, the ancillary or the BESS, the battery storage systems, or charging system, all this will continue to do very well. Similarly, solar has been doing very well, but I think that the growth has still many, many more legs. And data center is also one segment which is doing very well. From investments perspective, if you see, I think that the consumption demand will go up a lot, which will also mean that our steel and cement sectors will also do very well. And beyond that, as our per capita income keeps rising, the healthcare industry, be it hospitals or diagnostics or hotels, airline, some of these sectors will also continue to do very well.
Well, absolutely. Thank you so much for helping us out.